Good evening, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Paint Girly. I got a few folks in here already, nice and early. Isn't that cool? Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Lucia. Lucia's packing. She's traveling for work. Hey, Peggy. Right before I went on, I was making my tea and I thought, oh, I didn't message Peggy. It was nice to see you. It's nice to see you. I had a couple things in mind to do this evening, and then I thought, I just don't know what I feel like doing. So, hey, Teresa, hi. So I thought, well, maybe I'll mess around in either one or two of my magazine journals. Now, when we were together on Sunday afternoon, I was working in a Bella Grace magazine to make that into an art journal. So I have that here. And then I had put together a little while back two Somerset magazines to use as an art journal. So I have that here as well. And originally I was thinking I would use some color book pages that I'd worked on that I need to finish up and maybe use those for my mixed media focal points. But then my husband had pulled this off the printer. My printer wasn't working right, and we needed to print some information earlier. And so I came out and this was sitting, and I thought, well, let me color on top of this printed paper to see if I can enhance this a little bit. So I've been fussing around with this, but I also have, no, this is a digital that I printed, Teresa. I wish. um, I still might use my color book pages. I don't know. We'll just see where the evening takes us. I was a little frustrated because I wanted to watch a little bit of the game before I came on, but it wasn't on our regular channel. Oh, they're driving us crazy. So 9 days and I'm out of here. I know it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it. So I had my hair repurpled on Monday, and I went and got nails I don't have to fuss with today. So other than starting, I made my list of things that I have to make sure I pack. So yeah, we're coming down the home stretch. Hubby made arrangements for the rental cars today, so all that seems to be falling in place. All right, Teresa. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. I'm glad you're here and you're going to be in the balcony. That's very nice. Very nice of you to join me. So I just thought I'd see what I could do with this. I printed off a couple other things, so we'll just see what I can get into. I just don't know. Oh, they're holding their lead. I know they were ahead. I mean, before I even found where I could see the game. Thanks, Jacqueline. Um, they'd already scored a run, and my neighbor called. She's like, "I can't get the game," and we were getting this message, something about a contract. Hi, Ange. That they couldn't air the game, but Channel 10's got it on, so whatever. Thank you, Jacqueline. No pressure. It'll probably still be on when I get finished. I'm dragging just a little bit today. Another trip to the dentist today, and oh, it just goes on and on, right? Such is life. Anywho, today is our grandson's 7th birthday, so we got to chat with him a little bit. So that was cool. They were waiting for his sister to get finished basketball practice. I don't know if it's practice. It's something special. One of the teachers at her school is running a little basketball thing. Thanks, Ange. So we'd sent a couple of presents, so he was opening those. So that was kind of fun for us. And yeah, so I pulled out a few of my Prismacolors, but out here in my art room, art studio. I have my pencil case that has my polychromos and my Caran d'Ache Luminaire, or whatever they're called. So I just pulled out some of those. And of course, like I said, if maybe you're just coming in, this is a digital. So I just wanted to enhance it a little bit. So I've been fussing around with the eyes. I did a little bit on this butterfly and some of these flowers. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot. But I'm sitting here coloring over top of this and thinking, I never thought to do shadowing in my coloring books with gray. And this looks kind of cool. I'm going to have to try this on one of my color pages. So even if you don't have, say, a coloring book page that you might think would look cool as part of a mixed media piece in one of your art journals, if you have a digital that you like, it doesn't have to be a face or anything. I printed out a little bird. And it's a side view, I think, of this gal. So I did that. See what I need. Hey, Cal. This bird's kind of big. And the bird. But then I also pulled out a couple of, and these are very different. I don't know that I'll use them on the same mixed media page. But I was thinking originally I could do some stenciling and put some, scrapbook paper behind these and use these. So I'm not sure where we'll end up, but I'm hoping to glue some stuff down tonight anyway. Yeah, I usually do. I do take something like that. The problem with me is I like to take all the color pencils, and then a sharpener. That's what I did last time, but we'll see. I'm still on the fence about what I want to take. So I wanted to shadow and get a little bit of a deeper shadow in her little nose here. I just still haven't figured out how to make, like when you watch some of those reels and people are coloring the eyes, or they're drawing eyes, and they just go from a drawing to like a real look. I just don't know what they do to make that all of a sudden, bam. It's like they're real. Oh, I guess I have to pay more attention. Oh, believe me, I have plenty of coloring books to choose from. Only 10 peoples. Well, there's only 10 peoples here. Only 2 thumbs up. That's all right. No pressure. Just relax. Hey, Carla. Hi. How are you these days? I don't know if I want to put eyelashes on this chick. She's got them on the bottom where I can see them. So you can see this is just a cream color paper. I didn't do any special print settings. It's just a regular print. And I thought, well, I forgot to do the orientation before it printed because I was having trouble, like I said, with my printer. So I think the digitals that I bought recently maybe are too big and I'm having trouble printing. I did do the zip folder thing and I unzipped them. When I unzipped my, like this file, I unzipped, and when it went into the computer and I pulled it into the computer, each individual picture was there and I could save it individually and then be able to print it. But this new file, it seems like it's pulling the whole PDF, not just the single pictures I'm telling it to. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing incorrectly, but I'm struggling with that. And I was gonna work on that today, but I didn't get to it. Being retired isn't easy. I get very distracted. And I was going to take a nap today, but I didn't do that either. I was talking to Joyce a little bit earlier, and I've been fussing around with a granny square. Uh, some days are just like that, you know? It's still, when I look at this on my computer screen, it still looks kind of foggy. It looks a little bit better up close. I don't know what's supposed to be in her pupils. I can't tell what that's supposed to be. Maybe I need I think I have a Sharpie pen here somewhere. Of course, I left my in-between glasses out in my handbag. I'm just trying to use really light strokes. And you could do this with your colored pencil too, but it's a little sharp and not terrifically sharp. Mm. If I'm going to use that butterfly or not. So I was using gray. I don't know if you can see, but they have all these cool like cracks, like an old painting in in their face. So I've just kind of been going over those lightly. So I think I'll definitely be using this portion. I have a couple different magazine journals that I use for art, and some of them are cut in half, and they're real narrow. And I think Vale said they're called spine journals. Is that what she called them? But they're so narrow, so I thought I would use either the Bella Grace that I was just working on Sunday, or I've also pulled out my Somerset. Now, my Somerset, I haven't done anything in that, I don't believe, except maybe prep a couple of pages here and there. So you could use a regular journey too. You're shrinking, Ange. Hey, Joyce, there she is. You're shrinking, Ange. I thought you're too young to shrink. So our grandson had a good day at school. Then he told his mother he wanted chicken and rice for dinner. Of course, he didn't tell her that until, dinner time. So I don't think he's having chicken and rice. I think they'll probably go get pizza. All right, so I think I might want to use a little bird too. Now the pages are bigger in the book that I'm planning on using. And what I'm doing is just trying to enhance a couple digitals that I printed off.
Angie, don't be silly. That's silly.
All right, this color I want more of a. See if I have more of a tannish. I know my Prismacolor is so much better than these. I didn't go get them. I don't have too many of the polychromos. Oh, that might be a good color. This isn't a polychromo either. This is I think this is a Caran d'Ache. This is a Caran d'Ache Pablo. I haven't used these in a while. I'd gotten a bunch of pencils when I started that academy, that Bonnie Snowden Academy, and then when my mom got sick, I didn't renew my membership because I just couldn't. I couldn't really give it the attention it needed. And Bonnie likes to use the polychromos and the Caran d'Ache pencils better than the Prisma. Yeah, light blue, I think. So if you're just joining in, or if you're a replayer and you may not be familiar with the term mixed media, you probably are, but maybe not in the art world. It's when we use different genres to create an art piece. Peggy, this is just some paper that was gifted me, so I don't really know what this is. This is like a cream color paper. And it feels pretty smooth. But I think it's only like maybe 20 pounds. I bought Hammermill, I think, premium, 32-pound white. So I print on that, but that's not this. And then I bought the presentation paper, which really, if you pick the like the photograph choice to print, if your printer has that, and that's when I get the really dynamic printed images. You can see the difference. But this is presentation paper. But this, I think, is just regular copy paper, but it's almost like a yellow. And I have a stack of it that I'm just trying to use up. So I thought it would be good. I could use that to, color on top of. I know, right? And I have my printer's like my mom's printer. She wasn't using it anymore. This is way before she got sick or anything. And she's like, you might as well take it. I'm not using it. Um, so now I'm just trying to match some of these colors. But I'm thrilled with how it's printing on that presentation paper. I mean, those things are just beautiful the way they print. So I'm really anxious to print those new digitals I got. It's kind of brown under there. I need an indigo. Oh, this is a darker blue. This might work okay. Maybe a little black on top. So I'm just going to look through the magazine and look for a spot that I think, this will look good in, or these images would look good. And then go from there. I'll probably have to dig out. Hey, Allie Kay, how are you? How nice to see you. Welcome. So I'm doing this eyeball blue first. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. She never said don't share this, but Bonnie Snowden has a little combo. I won't give it totally away, but she does two different colors on her eye and the pupils of her eyes, which helps give her a really nice, warm, dark black color. So if you're paying attention, you saw what I was doing. Now I'm going to use my little Signa pen here to try to make that pupil really bright. You probably have a little bit of a glare. I'm going to just tap around this eye with my white pen. I got a little blurry. What are you asking, my dear? Is Angie? Oh, yeah, Angie's here. Did you have surgery too, Allie, or just this is something different that's happening? All right, maybe I'll do a little bit of this white. No surgery, honestly. You think it's your sinuses? Do you have allergies, Allie? It could be allergies. My husband has problems like that when his allergies are kicking. Mm, could be tired too. I hate when they hurt. Like when you are looking at a computer screen too long. Of course, in my retirement now, it's like playing games too long. But when I was still working, it would be like staring at the computer doing a project. So if you wanted to take something like this and do a mixed media piece, you certainly could, print something off of your printer. It doesn't have to be a digital. You could go to some of these sites, and just pick up an image that's, free that you're allowed to use. Mary knows the names of all those sites. She uses a lot of different ones. Or you could print off a free color page, and color your own page. Or you might have a coloring book that you're willing to take a few pages out of, which I also have. And a lot of times in the coloring books, the background is plain. So you don't necessarily want to put a plain no background coloring page on a mixed media piece. But you can jazz those up too. What book do I have them in? Maybe I'll show you what I mean. If I have some of them that are done. No, I haven't used them in a mixed media piece, but if I wanted to, they're ready to go. This is the wrong binder. I've got to label some of these. I keep forgetting to label some of this stuff. Here. No, that's my drawing one. Note to self, next time you buy a binder, Lori, don't buy a black one. Buy something else. So you can remember what you have your stuff in. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's get the tea out of the way here. Okay, so this, I can see where we're going to
need to make an adjustment here.
So anything like this, you could do anything in the background. And of course, you can tear around it or trim it out and use it in a mixed media piece. But that could be your focal point. But I was thinking about using, I hope they're in here. Yeah. My Coleridge Wild coloring books. See, this is how most of them come. I think some of her more recent books had the animal and the little kid's face, but her older ones, it's just the little kid's face. You'll see. This is the newer one. This one's somewhat newer because it's got the bird's nest. The bird's nest and a little bird on that one. But see, this one is just a little girl. And I did this stenciling and stamping behind her to kind of make it a mixed media piece.
Hi, Leah. Nice to see you.
And so here's another one. That one's one of the newer ones because it's got that animal in there. This one I even put a little piece of cheesecloth. But see, you could add this to a page in your art journal and do a mixed media spread, I guess you could call it. Stencil some words on, stamp. Got her cheeks really pink in that one. So this is what I was thinking I would do tonight because I have a couple of these that are just about finished. And I could create a mixed media spread with them. I don't know if I want it. It's hard. Now, the nice thing about her books, and I think I was saying this fairly recently, is you get two of every image in her book. Where did I put my books? Most of my books have, as you can see, I've taken out the pages. Let's see. All right, Coleridge Wild. This might be number 1 because I don't see a number on it. So when you flip through, see, I've torn out a couple here. But then after you see, they start over again. So you get 2 of each image. So that's kind of nice if you want to do something like this, because you could still leave half of them in your book and you could use half of them in a mixed media project of some kind if you want, if you wanted to. But because they have such an open background, you can do all kinds of stuff behind them. You could put napkin behind them, spatter. I think this was watercolor on my little piece of jelly plate. Let's see here, this one, I didn't do anything. So I could jazz that one up. She could probably use a little stamping or something here, just little strips of, paper. Oh, that's it. Oh, I'm going to pull that one out. That's that other technique I was trying a little while back. It's supposed to look like, oh my gosh, you just have to keep having avalanche after avalanche because I just keep stacking stuff. Come on, folks, get back where you belong. See if I can get it to stay. All right, so if you just came in, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. These are digitals I printed off that I was thinking I'd like to use in a mixed media project. I think I want to use my Bella Grace because it's new. I just was taking out pages and creating an art journal with it. Nobody isn't supposed to, but I haven't done any art in it yet. Right? I don't think I did I? Hi, Angela. How are you? So I decorated the cover. We did this together on Sunday. Did the inside cover, made up a pocket, and you can see I took out quite a few pages. There's quite a few more that could come out. But right now, I did go back and doodle this. And then glued it down and made it this whole pocket. So I think I want to find a spot that I could use these 2 pieces of digital print. I enhanced them. I was messing around here. So I just want to see what page that bird might look good on this page. Maybe I should back my camera. I pulled my camera down because I was coloring. It might be a little better. Now, it might be a little fiddly for me to work on this because I didn't allow myself a lot of room. Let's open up the magazine. Get my mouse over there out of the way. He might look good there. I wonder how he'll look if I tear him out. Let's tear him out. Let's see if I can clip this so it stays open. Jacqueline, did you fall asleep? No, I don't want to rip this bird's head. I kind of like that box it's on, but I don't think I need the whole box. Ooh. Now, some of this paper might be good behind some of those little Emanuela Cologne drawings from that Coleridge Wild coloring book. I could use him here to cover up this wording here. I think I want something there. Now, what can I put here? Let's see if I can find a stencil that I like. It's the same basic idea that I did behind those other color book pages. Over the years, I've had folks say to me, I know you really like to color, but what do you do with them, when they're finished? I said, well, I mostly leave them in the books and just look at them occasionally. But you can use them for, it might be fun. You can use them for mixed media. Combine your coloring book pages with your mixed media pages, your mixed media work. So I'm thinking maybe the marigold and maybe a blue, because we have the yellows and the blues, got a little bit of green. The lemonade might be nice, but let's try the marigold. Now the marigold's a little bit of an orangey yellow, but I think I like that. And I think I'd like to have a little hit of lemonade because that's really bright. Now these, of course, you can see they're my oxides, distress oxides. And this is one art supply that I use quite a bit. And let's try a little, maybe some tumbled glass. I would love to someday have all of these colors, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So I'm just going to put this here. Now I did go to a thrift shop the other day and got a little bit of a haul. And one of the things I got, let me see, where did I put it? Was some, what did I say they were called? Transparency film. Because I thought I would like to have them to use to protect pages behind pages I'm working on. Now I have a roll of this stuff, but I said to Jacqueline, it stays all curled up. It's hard to get it to lay flat. Now this is going to be a little small for this, but I just need it for the top half. So I'm going to protect, the pages underneath. And I'm just going to sit that there. And open these two to start. Well, I think I want my bright yellow first. Wow, that really is bright. All right, let's see how we do. So I'm just going to go here, there, and everywhere. Just whatever looks good to my I. And then I'm going to go into this kind of a yellowy orange tone. And then I'm going to pick up my. So who are the twins? Who's calling each other twins? So Angela and Angie. Oh, because of your name. Duh. Got it. Okay, I got it. I'm on board. Hi, Janet. Good evening. Oh, that kind of looks cute. You know, now I think I want a little bit of a darker blue. So let me grab my blueprint to sketch. That's one of my favorites. Just trying to catch the outer edge of those blues. Of course, Kel has a voice twin. When Kel came to visit, I guess it was the first time she was saying she had a voice twin, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't really think that, you know. And then one time Kel wasn't on, and it's Jen Ren, right, Kel? Do I have that right, Jen Ren? So Jen was on with Zena, and oh my gosh, I thought Kellyanne was there. They really do sound alike. All right, so that blank white space there, Jen Ren, yes. Okay, I had it right. Cool. Because I'm going to put this bird here. And I'm going to trim a little bit more off of this, I think, because I want to see more of the door now that I know what I'm going to put there. And then I'm going to ink the edges of this. I think these are cute little. Oh, look, it's getting close to his the back of his neck. And I could use the scissor, but I didn't want a real oh, I don't want too much of this off because I want to cover up that printing. Now you could paint this out, you know, what Aditi calls it, like a reverse collage. Just made it. Just made it. All right, so now I have my blending tool here. And I'll get this. Oh, this is taking the ink pretty nicely. That's pretty good. I was going to get an update from Jacqueline, but I think she fell asleep. She's not feeling especially well either. And I've got her checking the ball game score for me. I could check it on. Move this up so you can really see what I'm doing. I think I have to really get serious about cleaning off this desk. I guess I should put it maybe a little bit of color down here. Just a little little too white, really. Since I have that other color coming down the side. So let's see, I've got the blue out. Let's do a little more blue. And then the dried marigold. Yeah, that might be better. Now, I think I'm just going to use my glue stick, which I don't generally use that all too much because I'm not very good at it. I don't usually put enough on, but I'm trying to apply more than I normally do. When I used to do ceramics, a lot of the girls really like to do the glazed pieces, the kind that you can put food in and cook in and those kinds of things. It has that, shiny surface like our china and our dishes do. But you have to put on such a thick application of that because it's really like ground up or liquid glass. And when you put it in the kiln and you fire it, it melts it and it runs all over your piece and it seals the bisque so that you can put liquids in it and it doesn't deteriorate, the ceramic. Well, oh, he's crooked. Come on, Laura. I could never get enough glaze on it to make it look normal or as it should because I was too light-handed. The only thing I seem to be heavy-handed with is some watercolor. Okay, Ange, thanks for jumping in. It's nice to see you. See how you're doing. Gotta fix the kids something to eat. I'm gonna try to sleep in tomorrow. I was up early again today. I didn't like getting up early. All right, so now maybe a little stamp or something would look nice added to this page. Cal says, I hate when I'm beading. Run low on a color I'm using. Try to match the color at the store only to find out it's a discontinued color. Okay, Ange. Yeah, that would be frustrating, Cal. And probably if you went on eBay to look for it, you'd probably, if you could find it, first of all, if you could find what you need, you probably would pay a lot more for it, right? So that's not fun either. All right, so let's see. I've got some stays on black. I don't know how juicy that is. And I want some kind of a little stamp. How this would look. So I've got that line right there. I could have put a piece of cardstock or something right there. This kind of looks like a worm. I don't know that would look good there. Let's see what I've got sitting right here. That might work. I'm yawning already, girls. I'm yawning. Yawning. Oh, I like this. I like this. Let's see. I can use the bottom of this. to test. See if I can get a decent stamped image. The splat. Let's see how the splat looks. Could definitely be darker. I got the earrings and the bracelet done. I just need to make the necklace. Now I have to start all over again. Well, maybe you could just do an earring and necklace bracelet set and then not make yourself crazy and just not do the necklace unless it's an order and somebody wanted the necklace in particular. Then that would be a problem. All right, I'm going to put, now I was saying Sunday that the paper in the Bella Grace magazines are not shiny. They're a matte finish. So this is working pretty nice here, stamping on top of this. Not too shabby. So this isn't anything, this isn't a lot. This is just small potatoes. Just a little tiny. This says passenger's ticket coupon. I kind of like this too. I think my ink pad needs to be rejuvenated. I'm going to put this right here on the door. Angela, I love buying crafting items. That's the problem I have. This could probably have a little saying or words there. So is Ange out? Okay, she's going to go. All right. Have a good day tomorrow, Ange. So now I had also, tried to enhance this digital. And I had torn out, hey, Jassy, how are you? Nice to see you. How's Mr. Darrell today? How's he doing? He's been on my mind. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So this I pulled out of this magazine. Now I just noticed I got a lot of extra here. Extra. Read all about it. Be a hill seeker. Most of us try to avoid hills, but life happens on the hills. That was said by someone unknown, but it wasn't me. I'm just reading it. So now I'm thinking I could do this side. I didn't put enough glue here. So you're not seeing I've got this all, I was going to say jazzed up. Help you clean your floor? I don't do floors. Sorry, I don't like to bend over. I'm sorry, Jazzy. You need some youngins. You need to get some youngins to help you do it. So I'm thinking this is going to go over here with that other picture I printed. And I'm trying to tear out these little extra. Allie Kay's not going to volunteer either. Smart gal, smart gal. It's bad on your knees. It's bad on your back. Okay. Now, I have this clipped because it kept bouncing up in the air. It's still gonna bounce. Let me clip it over this way. It might be a little better. And then this I tore out of this magazine. So you can see I've got a torn edge there. So I'm going to tear a little bit more. I want that to be pretty large. And then I've got that big face. Now I'm not going to use that whole thing. I'm going to tear that too. I don't have no idea why that song is in my head. All right. So I think I want this to be in, sections. So I'm going to try to tear right around her face. So you're bound and determined. You're bound and determined to make that. Is it an order, Cal, where you have to have the necklace? Let's see if I can get this little butterfly out. You can see I don't tear very well. Maybe I should use a ruler. Now there's an idea. This isn't easy either. Jesse said I was trying to download or upload and there's nothing to click. What happened to it? Oh geez, you're asking the wrong person if you want me to chime in. I'm having the same issue with my digital, kind of. I can't get what I want. Now this, I think I might. I'm not too concerned about losing. I mean, I really would like these flowers to be over this way, but they're not. So I'm not too concerned about covering up those flowers. They're just okay to me. I think I'd rather line up this butterfly over this way. And then I think I just want to put this part of her face here. Now this says did not look back. I want that up there so I can see. So I need something here. So let me see what I have in my bits. My little bitty bits. Oh, this is the bottom of the bird stand. That would work. I don't need it to be that big. Is this why we've thrown nothing? I don't think I mind that straight edge so much there. This is going to be towards here. If I can get her to stick there. All right, all right. So far, that seems to be working out okay. So I'm going to get my blender again. And then where did I put over here? I'm going to ink my edges. I think I want to ink my edges blue for that piece. But I'm going to go ahead and use the vintage photo. Well, I got some cold air like coming in on the floor of this room, and my feet are freezing. My tootsies are cold. My tootsies are cold. So I had to go to the dentist today. It's usually, young adults or older people that I see there. Here, this mom came in. She had this little boy. He looked like he was maybe 3 or 4 years old. Excuse me, I'm yawning already. He probably was closer to 4. He was talking pretty well. Cute as a button, sucking on a big old lollipop. I thought, well, if you're here to see the dentist, he'll be having something to say about you sucking on that big old lollipop. All right, so that can go there. This really I could really take part of this off and just do the butterfly. Yeah, what's Cal saying? We just got you did, Cal? 1 inch accumulation on top of 2 inches of slush. My sister is up at her New York house in the Adirondacks area, and she had flurries earlier today. Maybe it's increased now. Ron says, why would they go up there now? I said, well, they like it up there. He said, yeah, but it's like winter still up there. And I said, well, they like winter. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, stay in, Kel. You don't have to go nowhere, right? Stay in. Oh, my nails getting all vintage photoed. All right, let me pull out. I don't know if I want to use this little piece or not. I'll ink it while I have it here. What's everybody doing tonight? Just sitting and watching me be silly? Or are you working on something? Joyce was crocheting. I think that's what she said. I was crocheting. I was telling her how frustrated I am with myself. I'm doing a gigantic granny square. I don't know. It just looks okay. Allie's work. Oh, that is hard to do, especially if your eyes are blurry. I ordered the cutest diamond painting. My granddaughter likes our granddaughter. I keep saying it's our. Likes the diamond painting, and I saw one pop up, and she's got a birthday next month. And I thought, you know what? When I go back, even if I put it in my cart, like where you can store it, sometimes you go back and you can't get it. It's like no longer available. So I just ordered it. It's not that early. It's the cutest little girl, and she's sitting with, I think she's got a book on her lap, maybe, and then she's got books all around her, stacked up behind her. Charlotte loves to read. She loves books. So I hope she likes it. Now let it go. Let it go. I'm sure the bracelet is beautiful. Unless it's an order. You didn't answer me if it's an order. And I'm sure I don't have what you need because my beads are pretty crappy. Pretty crappy. Hey, maybe you could put out a little request, Kel. Maybe somebody else has got some of those beads they could give you. It's an order. Oh, pooey. Well, I've just come clean about it myself, but all right. Sorry about that, Kel. It's getting chillier in here. I think I should have put my heat up a little bit. Oh, she did, Allie? I'm sorry, I missed it. Sorry, Kel, I missed it. Busy chatting away here. Okay, let's see. Now for the glue down. What is I here? My film over here. Let's put this down first. I think this is just about empty. I was going to message Murray and see how she was feeling because she was under the weather. I think I have that upside down, right? But I didn't. And I did message Gail. She's doing a little better, but she's got a little ways to go. She really is having trouble with her hips and I think her knee. And so think about Gail. Send her some good thoughts and some prayers. She's really in a lot of pain when I talk to her. Murray stream Sunday night. She's doing better. Oh, good, Allie. Thanks. Good. Oh, that popped back up. That's not good. Look at me. Look, I'm gluing. I'm gluing my protective. Okie doke. Gluing my protective sheet down. It's see-through. It's see-through. All right. Now I'm going to put the little, I'm not concerned about the unknown because it's unknown. So I'm not concerned about covering up the word unknown. I'm just going to glue right over top of it. I'm going to get this over a little further.
Hold, please.
I think some fabric would look nice here too. Look, see, I'm not getting enough glue. It's it's partially me. Let me see if I can get this. So I really don't put enough glue stick down, but I don't get close to the edge either. Let's see if I can hold that down. Plus the magazine is bending. It's a little bendy. It's a little bendy. A little bendy. Just a little. Yeah, I don't think that's going to stick until I. Oh, wait a minute. I have. If I could. If this will work. I think this is some kind of sewing thing to hold a hem or something. That might hold it in place enough. Okay. Now I'm going to put my little gal Sal right here. I'm just going to cover right up over that edge and then right over that butterfly because I think that looks swell. Now, before I do that, I think I might want to do a little bit of my stenciling here to kind of connect these two. So once again, of course, I put all that away, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm just going to do this little bottom corner. No, I didn't. I'm lying to you. Look, all my things are still right here. Ish. It may not have been your fault, Jazzy. It could be the internet. It could be Facebook and the internet. Sometimes it's not our fault. They just want us to think it's our fault. All right, grabbing my yellow. And of course, I don't need to be up this high, I don't think, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Grabbing a little bit of lemonade. A little tart but sweet. And then I'm going to do some of the tumbled glass. Let me try to get in that little crevice there. And a little blueprint sketch. That might do. That might do. It just might do. I know Murray's always saying stuff about YouTube and this disappears and you have this many. It happens, you know. Oh, sweetie, it is? Oh, okay. I'm glad you told me that. He's on my calendar. Yep, I got the 11th. He's on my calendar for sure. Thanks for telling me that. All right, so this is going to go up here. All right, let's see. I'm going to put a little bit of this down that corner as well. Just kind of tie it all together. Going to tie it all together. Can't find the share button. That has happened to me before too. Oh, it's very frustrating. All right. Of course, I grabbed the blue instead of the black, but don't tell anyone. No one will know except me. And let's get my little glue. I'm going to put that back. So if you're curious, you could go back and watch my live stream from Sunday where I'm putting together this Bella Grace magazine art journal, removing pages and then deciding what I want to do with some of the other pages. You could do it with any magazine, but I will tell you this magazine, the pages are really nice for mixed media. Look, I almost glued that down again. Now, of course, working in a magazine can be a little fiddly, see, because they are bendy. But the covers are heavier on this magazine. Now, you may not want to pay the price for this magazine and then take pages out and chop it up and do art in it. And that's perfectly fine. We understand. But mine was just sitting around town. So I thought, you know what? It's really cool. It's got cool pages. And that's what I'm going to do. So now I think I want some kind of little piece of something, maybe fabric or something somewhere. I think I want this to stay this way. For a minute. So this will glue down. Maybe I just need to put something heavy on there for a second. I just want this to stay. That's not going to work either, I don't think. Oh, maybe. It's a balancing act. Look, I flipped my lid. Oh, I did it again. Something heavy to get the glue. Oh, that's not going to work. Boy, this magazine's heavy. Heavy. Look, there it is the other way. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm going to get my tin. I did look for another tin this shape while I was at the thrift shop, but they didn't have it. Didn't have any. I kind of like that. Maybe a piece of this. Let's see. Just looking for some little bit. You got it back? Good job. Nice. Nice. Oh, I forgot I have that stuff. That might be fun somewhere on here. All right, I'm just pulling out a few little things that I might like to glue down. All right, now let's get this. Excuse me, I'm just full of noises tonight. All right, tumbled glass. Put these little guys back up. Blueprint sketch. It's got the marigold and the lemonade. Oh, okay, good stretch. All right, let's put this off to the side. I'm thinking this might look cute over this window. I like this yellow side because I've got these yellow. I don't know that I really need that, but all right, let's snip this. Just bricolage it, girls. Just get out some of the leftover bits that you have laying around. Use it up. Use it up. All right, so I'm just going to run a little bit of my Fabri-Tac across the top of my page. A small little bead of glue. You got that a little too long. It's going to have to come over a little. I should have measured again. Dad said measure twice, cut once. Didn't measure twice. And I'm going to take the green off the end of this little piece of cantha. I think I want that under her eye. It's just really kind of thick. I'm not sure I want that. But I think I do want that. I think it looks freaky and cool. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of my fabric here. It's curling up a little bit, but it'll be okay once I shut the front door. Maybe I'll put this over here, right up on the bird. Got some threads happening. Got some threads happening here. Got to get these threads off. They won't come off. I don't even know what song that is. Looks like I cut off some. The thread is very attached to me. I'm going to cut off that little bit of stem. All right, I'm going to do this. Yeah, it's already glued down. I kind of like it there. I like it. Okay, where's my little Angela? That's funny. I'm already a member. Duh. That's cute. That's very funny. Well, it's there in case anybody else would like to have it. So thank you for asking. All right, that's too much glue there. That's going to shoot all over the place. Oh, that's the wrong side of the leaf. Okay, here we go. this. I have a whole bunch of this leafy stuff somewhere. It's all wrapped up in a bundle. Don't know where that is either. Boy, that's not sticking. That's not sticking good at all. My gosh. So let me tell you my sad story. Well, it's not really sad. I shouldn't say it that way. It's not really sad. Maybe annoying could be a better choice of words. Okay. So I go to the different online sales. I'm not going to say which sale this was, but I was at a sale, made a purchase. I've made several purchases from this person. They have wonderful things. And I lose track of where I've been and what all I buy. So I'm going on vacation and I just want to pay my bills before I go, so I don't leave somebody hanging that, wants to mail the stuff, or, they're waiting for me to make my payment and I'm like, fiddling around on vacation. Because I am not checking my email. I am sorry, when I'm on vacation. I'm just not. I don't check it much when I'm home. So I messaged this person and I said, "Do I have anything outstanding with you? Because, I want to make sure I get this all taken care of before I leave town." So she said, "No, but you have a package on the way that you've already paid for." I'm thinking I want something else down here. And I said, "Oh, okay." So she sends me the tracking number. Well, this package, I'm pretty sure the first time I checked it, she sent it like the end of February. Okay. Up around, oh, Cream's Clear Water. Thanks, Allie. Allie, you're so cool. Um, so she sends me the tracking number. She said, "Of course, it's taken forever to get to you." I'm thinking, why the heck is that? Why is that the case? So I look at it and I could swear the first time I looked, it said she had sent it like February 28th or something like that. But then when I looked at it after, the starting point was May 5th. It could be because they only have so many lines available. I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking, what is the problem? So then I'm thinking, well, maybe she's got my address wrong. Right, honey? Mm-hmm. So I know, me too, Jessie. I haven't listened to good oldies station in a long time. Um, so where would I have heard that to get it in my head? Anyway, um, so I said to her, "I wonder what the problem is. Maybe you have my address wrong." So I asked her what address she used, and sure enough, she had the address wrong. I mean, it's been to Colorado, it's been to Indiana. I mean, it is, hey Debbie, it's been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. So, of course, she contacts the postal service to try to get things straightened around. And I had called too. They told me that once it's out like that, it you can't change the address, which I didn't send it, so they weren't going to do anything on my say anyway. But that sounded ridiculous to me. So I just kept watching it. It kept bouncing back and forth between these two different locations. So I check it again today. Well, I checked it like 2 days ago. It was in Chandler, Indiana, I think. I mean, she not only had the wrong town, she had some crazy zip code, wasn't even close to my zip code, right? So the last it had was March 25th. It was in Chandler, Indiana. So I messaged her and I said, it's been in Chandler since March 25th. Today's the 8th of April. So she gets back to me and tells me that she had gotten a um, new tracking number, and it said that it was delivered. So I don't know if she lodged a complaint. I don't know how she got a new tracking number. I didn't ask all those questions. All I know is I didn't get the package. And she did refund my money, which is very nice of her. So I call my post office. Oh, I remember that. I remember that case. I remember that package. How close are you to 109? I said, I am 109. She said, well, it was delivered. And I said, no, it wasn't. It is not here. It never came here. Well, the GPS says that it was delivered. I said, well, with Amazon, you get a picture. She said, yeah, we're not able to do that. I said, and I understand that. I said, but like, where is it? If it didn't get to me, will it go back to the sender? And she said no, because it was delivered and she probably got her money back. So I don't even know at this point if the seller lodged a complaint or what happened on her end, or if she's just okay. Yeah, touring that. I said, what happens to packages that you say are delivered and the resident didn't get it? She said, well, it's not here, it's gone. I said, but where did it go? You remembered that you had it. The mail carrier, for whatever reason, or the GPS says it was delivered to my address, but it's not here. She says, well, check with your neighbors. Well, the one neighbor next to me is a lunatic. I'm not going and asking her. And my other neighbors, they're all sensible and reasonable people. They know who we are. They would bring it to me. So I'm thinking either the loons got it or the carrier guy liked the package and he took it home with him. They have no answer for me. They cannot tell me what house it was delivered to. They say it was 109. It was not. It was not delivered here. And, my sensible husband says, yeah, this is a 55 plus. Porch Pirate, they would move so slow here. And it was supposedly delivered March 29th, so that's like 6 or 7 days ago, right? But I'm just finding out now that I should have had it then, you know? And the thing of it is that I want the stuff. I mean, I feel bad that she reimbursed me. She's out product, and I didn't get what I wanted either. But I wanted the stuff. So what does the post office do with all this stuff they say that was delivered, and it wasn't? It's like if you get refunded, if you put a case and they say, oh, yeah, that's lost, it's, bouncing back and forth and you're never going to see it. Dead letter office. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Well, that's the thing, Leah. The girl on the phone at the post office said, well, she can refund your money or send you another one. I said, she can't send me another one. It's not something that can be duplicated or replaced. Oh, that's too bad. He did, Joyce? Jassy, they do. Like, I know Amazon does, but I've never seen the post office. This is the second package that's gone missing for me. And the first package that went missing for me a couple years ago now, it had like an 1800 magazine in it. It was just sick about that one too. It's like, oh my gosh. And you can't do anything. You just sit and watch it bounce from one place. My only hope is that it'll turn up either here or, they'll send it back to the seller. But because they said it was delivered, yeah, she may have done that because my post office said she sent it where it had the insurance on it. So I'm sure she got refunded or whatever for her shipping or however they handled that. But that's not the point. The point is this chick at the post office said, I remember that case. I saw that package. How close are you to 109? It was delivered there. No, it wasn't. There's something fishy in Leisure Town. Dun dun dun. The people that live around me, they couldn't even get away fast in a getaway car. That's how old we are here. That's how old we are. Anywho, that's my tale of woe. I know. Makes my blood boil too. My husband's like, let it go. I'm like, now I have to go back and look at my invoice and see what I'm really missing out on and then really make myself sad. I don't even have any chocolate to eat. Hmm. Lost package flyers. I guess I need to get to. I just can't imagine even the Looney Tune that's next door that she wouldn't bring it over. But she thinks we're all talking about her, and that everybody hates her. So she went after my husband at the Walmart and started screaming and yelling at him. Yeah, I know. I'm sure they do the best they can do, but I was so sad and disappointed. All right, so I'm taking off the clip. I'm declipping. Oh, thank you, Tammy. And hello, good evening. So here's my, oh gosh, so was that a bug that just went across my screen? Here's my mixed media project from 2 digital prints that I enhanced with my color pencils. This was, a torn out page from this magazine. And I think I will call this one finished. Peggy, that's true. But I mean, thanks, Angela. Don't most people, I look at the name on it. Maybe people do open it and don't look at the name on the package. Thanks, Leah. So I can trim this little leafy bit off here. So there you have it. I never thought of enhancing printed digitals before. But I like the way they turned out. I mean, I didn't do a whole lot, but a little bit here and there. So that was fun. But I like the color. So, Tammy, on Sunday during my live, I took this Bella Grace magazine and